Hey guys, I'm Ben Weiss from Flippa. I'm here today with one of our featured listings, and I'm joined by Flippa powerhouse, Ron Stefanski. You might know him from Humans of Flippa. You might know him from our blog. You might know him because he lives down the street from you. I don't know. Ron, thanks for joining us. How you going today?
I'm doing really well, Ben. Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate the kind intro as well. That's always appreciated.
Of course, you really are one of the people we like to deal with around here. So
Good. That's good.
I
That's good to
was
hear. I try to keep it that way.
I was, as you know, excited to see when you listed this. I guess it's a content site, Jobs for Felons on Flippa. It's absolutely stellar. It's already getting a lot of attention. We haven't really even promoted it yet, so I know it's just going to continue to get more. As I always like to do, even though we know you around here, if you just want to give us a quick hello and tell us what your background is, it's always a great way to start things off.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Ron Stefanski. If you're interested in knowing a lot more about me, you can go to onehourprofessor.com. That's like my main home base site, if you will, on the internet. But I had been in the corporate marketing world for I'd been in sales for 7 years, corporate marketing about 10 years. Fell into the whole online business thing by discovering Pat Flynn and 4 Hour Work Week with Tim Ferriss, that whole thing. Basically started a few different sites, miserable failures for the most part, in the beginning. And then actually this Jobs for Felons Hub was my first big hit of a site. I call it a unicorn. It's done really, really well. It was just an idea that I had at the time and I had worked on it. But yeah, myself, I've been in digital marketing, like I said, for over 10 years. Now I focus really on online business. I have a YouTube channel. I'm kind of all over the place, but I'm definitely an expert in this particular field and growing websites. I have a whole portfolio of them myself. And yeah, this is just one that I'm going to offload.
And we're happy to have it. And someone's gonna be lucky to get it. So tell me a little bit about this one. It sounds like this was kind of your idea. You probably saw a gap in the market or something like that. And were you creating all this information yourself? Must have taken a lot of research.
Yeah, so it was really interesting. So what actually happened was my mom and my dad got divorced, and then after that, about 2 years later, my dad had remarried, and the my stepmom, her son, previously had a drug problem, so he had some felonies on his record. And my dad, I had always kind of had a knack for helping people find jobs, and he just kind of turned to me and said, "Hey, can you look around, try to help him find a job, figure this out?" So I started to look around and I saw different sources out there. I think at the time there was, 4 or 5 websites, whatever. And I was looking and I was like, there isn't really, they like just had lists of companies. No, there was no substance to it at all. It was just like a random list of text, not even linking to this. There was so little information out there. And I thought, you know what? I was fresh off getting my MBA and I was working full time and I'd been doing this part time. I said, let me put together a team of researchers, people, like different people to do some research to find a list of companies that are willing to actually hire those who have a criminal record. Right. It started there. And then I put that out and it started to grow kind of slowly, organically. And then there was a Facebook group, and I can't even recall the name at this point. I remember it doesn't exist anymore. I think it was like Justice for Felons or something like that. And I actually messaged the admins and I said, "Hey, is it okay if I post this in here? I think it'll be helpful." Just with the intention of helping people. I didn't even have a way of monetizing the site at all at that time. And that's my cat jumping in, as I said she would. This is pagan, guys. Anyway, so I was kind of looking to figure out how to monetize it at the time, not really making much money with it. I put it in that Facebook group. I posted it, and then it went viral in the group. And I don't even remember how many. It was crazy. I actually had to change hosting and everything. Like it really went viral on Facebook because they were all sharing it. So it went viral. There was a huge spike. It was kind of crazy. And then that viral kind of loop, if you will, wore off a little bit. And then I started to focus on, okay, well, I need to focus on SEO and more content. And basically it started there. And I really let the people who visited the site, the audience, so to speak, because I have a Facebook group with it too, kind of dictate, what else do you guys need? And just ask them straight up, what do you guys need? What are you looking for? What resources? Huh. And one after another, hey, it'd be great if you could give us information about reentry programs, which is like kind of halfway houses or,
right.
When they leave incarceration, where they go, and then they go from there. So that was where it started. And then it went into, hey, we need housing information. So I just, over time, over years, worked with a team to develop this resource. And the thing that's unique about it is that the site itself, so I have, there's a page for the state of Arizona, and then a page for Illinois, and a page for, so every time that there was like a topic or something, we could roll out 50 pages because it was different for every single state.
Yeah.
So that's how it got so big, was just, it was originally just for jobs. And that was like, hey, let me plug in these other things that people are asking for. And really it just grew and grew and grew from there.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. I mean, I love that you started something that actually for a need, not just you saw like, oh, I could rank on SEO for this, but like I could actually do good with this.
Yeah, that really was, I even said it in the listing, I'm astonished at how big it's grown. That really was the motivation, was someone needed something, I helped him, and then I thought, let me publish this online, let me see where it goes. It got really big, and then I was like, wow, this actually can really pay for some things, and obviously it was paying for content more. And then, yeah, we've never lost sight of the whole, we're actually helping people. That's definitely a big part of the business, and a good feel-good part of it, because there's not many businesses out there where you can profit really well and also help, millions of people or hundreds of thousands of people every single month. So
yeah, no, absolutely. So I'm seeing on the listing already, there's some people, kind of looking and seeing, numbers or, trail. They're actually kind of flat. They're not really trending downward. It looks like there was a spike maybe just before COVID hit, and then it kind of went down at that. Is that kind of a COVID thing, or is that just you're not spending much time on this, or what's going on?
So there's a few things. So I definitely know for a fact that COVID has had somewhat of an impact on the site, only because not many people are searching for jobs right now, because we all know that the unemployment rate skyrocketed, and most people are like, well, yeah, people are searching for jobs. In this community, they're not really, because the unfortunate truth is that folks that are in this area are almost always last in line. That's just the hard and sad, frankly, truth. It's really hard to get rehabilitated. So a lot of them kind of, this year especially, I don't think are searching as much, because they've kind of given up, saying, okay, well, I'm going to have to wait. When the economy was really good up until March, it was doing great. And then with that fall down. So that's been one thing. The second thing to it, and we talked a little bit before the call, I have a whole portfolio of 7 different sites, you guys. So at the end of the day, this one had done really well. And I had been kind of maintaining and updating some things here and there, mostly myself. I have a writer, but I don't use him all the time. So it was me kind of revising some things here and there as I saw fit, but I've been focused on so many other things. And it's just gotten to this, a situation to where I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, you know what, I'm really not working on it anymore. I don't want it to go down, and start to really, it's been the leader for a long time, right? So I don't want it to not be the leader anymore. So I'm kind of like, now's probably the time to let go of the baby. I'm just not that passionate about it anymore. I've worked on it for so long, and it's not new to me. And just, revising old content and things, that's not something that really interests me. So I'd rather just take it, offload it to someone who has a team that can put that stuff in place and grow it back, a little bit. So.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. And let's just drive to the last question then. And, what are a couple of big opportunities you'd see that you'd recommend for that new owner to do to take this to the next level?
Yeah. First thing absolutely is going to be revising some of the old content. You'll see there's plenty of articles in there that have not been touched in years, 4 or 5 years sometimes. So that's definitely low hanging fruit for sure would be that. I think that's a big thing. I think that there's definitely opportunity. One of the biggest things for opportunity that I've seen for years, and I just haven't done it because I haven't had the time, because I've been focused on other things, for better or worse. And that is creating informational products to help these people. So creating a course or something to help them with their job search, and then selling info products. Because what you have to remember, most of the people think, okay, well, this is a site about people who are looking for a job that have a felony record, which is true. There's a lot of that, but there's actually a lot. I don't know the exact split. I could never tell you, but there's a lot of family members, loved ones that are looking to help individuals. There's a significant amount of that. So those people actually have money to spend to help those people. And quite frankly, I just haven't built up the resource or the resources to put those, in place and help them. So I think those are for sure 2 of the biggest opportunities with the site, but content without a doubt is number 1 for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's already so big. I'm excited to see where this goes. And hopefully, as you were saying, you don't want to see it fall off.
Yeah.
It's something you built. So it's always nice to see whatever you built go into some good hands and I mean, I assume one day you'd rather say, "Oh, I'm the guy that sold that site and didn't even make enough money because now it's worth millions."
I genuinely think, because this is the whole thing, if it doesn't go for what I'm looking for and everything, I'm just going to hire a managing editor, put a whole team in place, and really, really focus on it. But I don't want to spend my energy doing that.
Yeah.
And I think if there's someone out there who would rather do that, and I'll be happy with the exit where it is, and then I hope someone grows it really, really big. That'd be great, because it still has that hold at the top, and I think that that's really important at this point. So
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for showing it to us, and for anyone who's still watching this video right now, make sure you read through the listing and get in touch with Ron, ask him your questions, and see if this might be the right one for you. Thanks,
for
Ron.
sure. Thanks, Ben.